Rasmus Højlund to Manchester United. Here we go. We got it from Fabrizio Romano last night. And Manchester United versus Dortmund is upon us in just a few hours. So this is just a quick video I wanted to make. I've been very busy with work this week, so I am sorry that there's been a bit of a lack of videos over the last few days, but I'm trying to stay a bit more consistent. So anyway, let's get right into the video. So I don't know why my camera's gone so dark already. That's a great start to the stream. It's just sort of lighting out 1 second. Oh my god. Right, hopefully you can all see me. But anyway, with the game against Manchester United versus Dortmund are a very well functioning team. They obviously came second in the Bundesliga, just missing out on the title in their first title in over a decade. And obviously as well, Bayern Munich are such a world-class side. But let's have a look. What's that saying? What's up, go? I got suspended. What have you been suspended for now, mate? What have you been suspended for? I'm guessing you're talking about Twitter. But yeah, I don't know what you've done this time. It's probably because you keep changing your teams. One day you're a Liverpool fan, one day you're a Chelsea fan, and one day you're a United fan. I actually don't know what team you actually support, but that's the mysteriousness of yourself, mate. But yeah, glad to have you on board. And as well, obviously, Manchester United have signed Rasmus Højlund. So we'll get into the Højlund one first, because I think that's the most breaking news. And with Rasmus Højlund, I am very excited for this signing. Rasmus Højlund, for me, yes, rival fans are calling him the fake Haaland and all that stuff. But realistically, United have not had a young striker with this much potential in ages. And I have not been excited about a striker like this, probably since Robin van Persie. Lukaku, yes, I was excited, but he didn't really fulfill. Zlatan, the same. Zlatan didn't really fulfill his boots. Cristiano Ronaldo's return, again, another situation, a striker that was past it. Wout Weghorst, we've literally just suffered through an entire season, a half a season with Wout Weghorst. Igalo, we've not had a very shining striker for years now, and I honestly can't wait to see what Højlund is going to bring to Manchester United. The way that he presses, the way that he's brilliant. I really don't know how else to describe him, because if you haven't really seen much of Højlund, once he gets going, he is absolutely rapid to starters. I think he's absolutely brilliant at that. He will run at defenders. His top speed that he set in for Atalanta last season was 34.6 kilometers an hour. When you're getting and he's at 6'3", by the way, so he's a very big guy and can move very quickly. And once he gets going, Højlund is going to be a threat. And when you've got players like Bruno Fernandes behind him, Mason Mount now as well, they're going to be feeding him balls constantly. And Højlund is going to get the service he didn't get at Atalanta. And his numbers, I'm going to say it here, right now. Højlund gets over 20 goals in all competitions for Manchester United this season. And I can't wait to see it happen, because with Højlund, he has so much potential. Some fans aren't very fond of him, but I'm going to speak my opinion as well. With Rasmus Højlund, I've been going on about him for weeks. I honestly can't wait to see this sign, because he's absolutely brilliant. And I just can't wait to see him in a United shirt. But let me know in the comments down below on what you think number Højlund is going to get. I personally feel like he's going to get the 27. I don't think, obviously, with the 11, with the Mason Greenwood situation, I think that's still entitled to Mason Greenwood's contract or something. So, obviously, Martial is still here, so the number 9 is taken. Mason Mount recently took the number 7, and Marcus Rashford's got the number 10. So, he probably will be going for a much more higher number. And I would probably say he might get Wout Weghorst number 27, sorry. Wout Weghorst obviously wore the number 27 throughout his loan spell at Manchester United. And in my opinion, I personally feel like that would be the number that he will get. Let's see if there's anything else in the comments. Simon says that juvenile delinquency he got suspended for. No idea what you're on about. Man United plug, how you doing, bro? Nice to see you as always. And Simon also says that Højlund is a much needed player for United. Exactly, we've lacked a striker, a natural proper striker for years. Cristiano Ronaldo came back to Man United and got 18 goals for us somehow in a crap United side. But anyway, that was the past, and this is the future. This is the Erik Ten Hag future, and Højlund is going to be the top man shining for this side, and I can't wait to see it happen, honestly. And Kimmich Pro laughed my ass off, got suspended because of banters. Exactly, mate. You get reported left, right, and centre, and maybe you need to learn your lesson for it. But you know, Elon's all about free speech on Twitter. Oh, sorry, now X. If you have the app Twitter, it's now called X, and apparently it's all about free speech. But when you get people like Kimmich who constantly get suspended, that's the funny part of it, really, because obviously you still have a few snowflakes out there who can't handle a bit of banter. And Simon says touche. But honestly, with Rasmus Højlund, now I'm going to do a video on him on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure when yet, but I'm going to talk about it. Kind of like when I explained Erik Ten Hag's tactics, but how Rasmus Højlund fits into this Manchester United side. And with this one, all I wanted to talk about is that I want to hype up Rasmus Højlund and share to the audience the excitement that I share with Rasmus Højlund, because I think he's absolutely brilliant. I just feel like he's going to bring a lot to Manchester United. And he's also, obviously, we've seen the difference that Mason Mount's already brought by bringing that extra pressing man into the midfield. Rasmus Højlund's that, but up front, he's going to bring the press from the front. And Højlund is, like I said, he's got an eye for goal. When he gets going, he's very fast. He's good on the ball. And he is very decent with his distribution as well and laying off passes. With Rasmus Højlund, I just personally feel like that it's going to be a partnership like Marcus Rashford and Højlund. That's going to be the main partnership, much like Heung-min Son and Harry Kane at Spurs. I do feel like, though, as well, that Rasmus Højlund is coming in with a massive target on his back, much like Harry Maguire, much like Jadon Sancho, and much like Antony. He's coming in for 75 million euros, including add-ons. That's a lot of money. Now, to be Manchester United's main striker, you have got to be very, very good. And it's clear Erik Ten Hag sees this and is putting the trust and faith into Rasmus Højlund to be Manchester United's main striker for the 23-24 season. But what I also want to talk about is that there are a lot of fans out there who feel like that he doesn't fit this category and the criteria that United need an actual striker, because it's clear he's no Ruud van Nistelrooy, and it's also clear that with Man United we have needed that natural goal scorer for so long now. But I do personally believe that Rasmus Højlund is going to make a difference. Martial has been inconsistently fit for many years now, and Weghorst just wasn't good enough. But I personally feel like Rasmus Højlund is. Kimmich says that the media are already bringing up hypocrisy on Rasmus because Haaland can't wait for him to silence them. I can't wait either, because it's about time that Man United sign a player for a high amount of money and they actually shut him up. Paul Pogba, look at all the criticism he got. Look at Jadon Sancho. Look at Antony. You know, it's... Any player that comes to Manchester United will always have their critics, because it's Manchester United and we are the most watched club in England. Whether you like that or not, whether you're a rival fan or whether you're an actual United fan, you will realise that the media are always on Manchester United. What are Manchester United doing? Who are we signing? What's going on at the training ground? The Glazers, the sale, everything that Manchester United does, what would be tweet, the new kit, anything, the media have something to say about it. Now, City, Liverpool, Arsenal, big clubs, but you're not Man United. And that's all I've got to say about that. And Kimmich is spot on. And say, where was the watch along, bro? Right, mate, I am going to say this. I am very sorry that I didn't make it. But with this, the watch along, I couldn't figure out a way to position my laptop, because I record off a laptop. I couldn't figure out a way to position it and get myself zoomed in. But I am working on something that I am going to maybe buy a second laptop, maybe a cheap one, so I can watch the games off, so then we can stream and watch the games and give watch-alongs. I'm probably going to try and do it throughout the season. I do feel like that with pre-season, that was the perfect opportunity to do it. But I do want to incorporate watch-alongs to the channel. But yeah, I am sorry that it didn't actually happen with the watch-along the other night. But yeah, mate, I'm sorry to let you down on that one. Simon says that it's a massive traditional period for United right now. So let's see how good Erik Ten Hag is. Bringing in all these players is essential, but there will be teething problems. But Erik Ten Hag ain't stupid. Exactly. I completely agree on this. Erik Ten Hag has proven how methodical he is, how he wants to make everything perfect. And now Man United's front three is looking quite dangerous. For me, if you were to say to me right now, who do you want in your starting 11 as the strikers, or as the forward, should I say? I want Marcus Rashford on the left, I want Jadon Sancho on the right, and I want Rasmus Højlund through the middle. Antony needs to prove himself, and this is my only concern about Erik Ten Hag, because Antony kind of seemed to be undroppable last season, and he was putting in very inconsistent performances. And because Erik Ten Hag has bought Antony, and it's his own star player for over £80 million, I feel like he's going to have that gut instinct that he's always going to be favoritised over Jadon Sancho. But Jadon Sancho has been playing better than Antony has in pre-season, in my opinion anyway. And I'm looking forward to seeing how Jadon Sancho plays against his old former club in Dortmund early hours this morning, which brings me a great point to let's talk about Dortmund. Now, Dortmund are very dangerous. They're brilliant, and it's clear that the loss of Jude Bellingham hasn't affected them. They're doing very well in pre-season. Adeyemi, Marlon, Haller, Brandt, so many players, and even Marco Reus. They have so many good players, and it's not going to be an easy game. Dortmund are a very underrated side, in my opinion, because Bayern Munich are the German giants, but Dortmund are equally as good, in my opinion. And it was clear that Bayern Munich are an aging squad. But for me, I personally believe that Jadon Sancho knows the players quite well. He'll probably have a bit of a reunion with some of the players, giving handshakes to them all. So I'll probably do a shirt swap with one of the Dortmund players. But I do feel like that Jadon Sancho is going to have a good game tonight, and I'm hoping to see him on that right wing. But no doubt it will be probably Rashford, Sancho and Antony as the front three tonight. That's the predicted front line that I'm going for. And I'll say my other starting 11 actually. I do believe it will be Onana in net. I'm still not used to saying that. I still want to say David De Gea, but he's gone now. But yeah, Onana in net, Aaron Wan-Bissaka as the right back, Varane, Martinez and Luke Shaw, Casemiro, Mason Mount, Bruno Fernandes, Antony, Rashford, Sancho. That's what I think is going to be our starting 11 against Dortmund. I can't predict the Dortmund one, but if Schlotterbeck plays tonight, be very worried, because Marcus Rashford, if he gets played through the middle and he's up against Schlotterbeck, it's going to be a long night for Marcus Rashford, because Schlotterbeck is a very good centre-half, and I think I highly rate him. Kimmich saying that Dalot or Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who do you prefer on the right-back position? Great question. Now, I am making a video on Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I am in parts of writing the scripts for it. That will be out at some point next week. But it's all about the resurgence of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So I don't want to say too much, because I want you to enjoy and watch that full video. It's only about 8 minutes long. But with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the resurgence he's had since after the World Cup and the way he's regained his form and been a brilliant fullback for us, I think Wan-Bissaka is the better player than Diogo Dalot. Now, I love Diogo Dalot, and this is not me throwing any shame or hate on Diogo Dalot, because United, for the first time in a while, have two very good right backs. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka, for me, just edges it, because he knows the perfect times to tackle. His precision is absolutely brilliant, his accuracy, and going forward on the ball, he seems a lot more confident than what he was. And that was always Aaron Wan-Bissaka's issue, and why Dalot was picked over him, because Dalot was the more attacking right back. But Aaron Wan-Bissaka is the much better defender and always will be. But now Aaron Wan-Bissaka is starting to develop and incorporate attacking into his game. He's becoming an all-round right back that's becoming much better. I see Diogo Dalot. He's not very fast. He's very fast once he gets going. But acceleration-wise, he's not a rapid fullback. And you see it when United are on the counter, when United are being counter-attacked. Dalot is very far up the pitch and doesn't have the mindset to get back in time. And that's my frustration with Diogo Dalot. But again, if Aaron Wan-Bissaka can improve on his attacking work rate, then Diogo Dalot can improve on his defensive work rate. That's the way I look at it. But I love both fullbacks. But for me right now, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is the better fullback. Luca, nice to see you in the chat, pal, saying big up. Do you think he will be a good signing, Atalanta lad? I do. We have spoke about Rasmus Højlund already, but I do think he's going to be absolutely brilliant for us, and I'm looking forward to seeing him play. So yes, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Rasmus Højlund in a United shirt. And Simon Davis says Sancho is one for the future. Now, I do believe that this is kind of a ongoing thing in the footballing world. Sancho is still like highlighted as a young player. I do believe he's 24 this year. I'm not too sure, but I believe he's either 23 or 24 this year. He's now getting to that age period where he's still seen as a young player, but the years have caught up on him. This is now his third season at Manchester United, believe it or not. That has gone very quickly. He's starting his third season as a Manchester United player. Jadon Sancho, this needs to be his season. This needs to be his breakout season and show why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer back in the day, why he signed him and why Manchester United have kept on for him for 2 years. Because Jadon Sancho needs to have a good season this season because Garnacho is only going to get better and better. Antony, I do believe, is also going to become really good. Rashford, pretty much our starting left winger. Højlund, now through the middle. I don't know what the future holds for Jadon Sancho, but I hope it's on that right wing. But Erik Ten Hag's come out and said that Jadon Sancho plays better in them central positions. Don't know if Erik Ten Hag's got a plan for him, but Jadon Sancho, I am looking forward to seeing him, but hopefully he can become one for the future. But he's definitely one of them players that is built for confidence. He needs to have a good head on his shoulders to actually be playing consistently well. So I do feel like with Jadon Sancho, he is one for the future. But if he doesn't get double goal and assist this season, I do believe he might be out the door because I feel like Erik Ten Hag will be a bit more ruthless due to the fact that United have even already said, the reports have been out this season, throughout pre-season, that Jadon Sancho is up for sale if the correct price comes in, which is about £50 million. So I do feel like that Jadon Sancho just needs to mature a bit more. This is a prime season for him now to really establish himself to the United fan base. And I do feel, this is my opinion anyway. I don't know how you feel, but with signings, I always give them 3 seasons. If they play crap for 2 seasons consistently, then you've got to be saying, right, you've got to look at moving on in the 3rd season. But with Jadon Sancho, he shows glimpses of goodness, but he's also very inconsistent. And with Jadon Sancho, I even made a video, a little TikTok, a few months ago saying that Jadon Sancho needs to leave Manchester United. I kind of jumped the gun, and I will admit that. I'll admit when I'm wrong. But Jadon Sancho, for me, I do believe that this is his last season to prove himself because Jadon Sancho isn't Erik Ten Hag's player. And especially when the Glazers go, the new owners, they won't care about losing out on Jadon Sancho because they didn't buy him. So Jadon Sancho, for me, if he has a poor season, no doubt he'll be out the door when it comes to the end of next season if he doesn't perform well. So Jadon Sancho needs to get double goals and double assists, in my opinion, this season. Simon also says that, agreed, Dan, he needs to mature as a player. Exactly. He needs to mature as a player and just get his head screwed on because the winger position now is very competitive. The fullbacks in the Premier League especially are very, very, very fast. Jadon Sancho is known for not being a blistering pacing winger. So he's got to be very technical like Riyad Mahrez. He's got to find his way like Riyad Mahrez did and show that why pace isn't everything. Jadon Sancho isn't a blistering pacey winger, like I've just said. Riyad Mahrez wasn't either, but Riyad Mahrez, obviously he's recently gone to Saudi Arabia. I still believe that Riyad Mahrez, I think it's going to be a massive loss for Man City. And I also believe as well that Mahrez can get into any Premier League side. And Jadon Sancho reminds me of much like Riyad Mahrez, where he's not very fast, but technically he has the ability. And I just want to see Sancho mature as a player, like Simon said, in this Manchester United side. And I do feel like Erik Ten Hag will give him this one last chance this season. But with Dortmund, I will also say that this is going to be a very interesting game. Obviously, this is well in the UK. This is going to be our last one. It's going to be the last game that's early in the UK. But I also do believe that it's going to be a very good game because I think the other games that we've got coming up, they're not very exciting games. So I do feel like that they'll be very easy games to win. I want us to play like we did against Real Madrid, not hide in our shell, go toe-to-toe with them and try and win this game or try and at least score a goal because it was clear Rashford couldn't get past Militao or Rudiger against Real Madrid. So I want to see Rashford on the left wing, drifting into them central positions when he's on the attack and going one-on-one with the keeper. Because Kobel, I really rate him as a keeper, but distribution-wise, he's not the best. And I do feel like there's a mistake in him. And again, a few months ago, I was saying Kobel could be an ideal David De Gea replacement. We've got Onana now, and I can't wait to see Onana again in action tonight. It's because he's had more training with his teammates. He'll have more opportunities, and he'll have more confidence and feel a lot more comfortable in himself to be making these passes, because no doubt Onana will have a much better game than he did against Real Madrid, in my opinion. All Things United says that All Things United on Twitter. Hey pal, how are you doing? I'm very good, mate. Thank you for being in the chat. Niall Kane, and even mate, nice to see you. Thank you, and everyone as well. Just to let you know, I at the time of recording, before I started the stream, we were on 748 subscribers, so two subscribers away from 750, three quarters of a thousand. So if you can subscribe, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, because that would be an absolutely amazing achievement we've made before the year anniversary of Red Devils TV, which is on the 15th of August. So I will be doing kind of a special stream for that one, because obviously 1 year of that. I might even react to my first video and cry, because that video is absolutely awful, to be honest. But yeah, All Things Red also says that can't wait to finish work, then watch United tonight. Mate, it's the best feeling. I finished work at 6 o'clock tonight, so yeah, I honestly can't wait. I've got a curry on the way as well, so I'm really looking forward to that one as well. Simon says that precision beats power and time beats speed. Conor McGregor, if anyone knows that. I said precision. Sorry, precision beats power and timing beats speed. But yeah, and United Plug as well saying good evening, pal, to you. But this is a favourite part of the stream for previews. Get your score predictions in below for United versus Dortmund. I'm going for a 2-1 victory to Manchester United. I feel like that United have an equally solid defence as Dortmund's do. And I feel like Erik Ten Hag would have worked on a lot of attacking drills throughout the week since the Real Madrid game. So no doubt to see some goals, but we've got to be careful of Dortmund's counter-attack, because they're very lethal. They're very dangerous, and watch out for Adeyemi, because he's absolutely rapid if he's starting. Julian Brandt, not very a fast midfielder, but much like Thomas Muller, if you've seen Thomas Muller play for Bayern Munich, not very fast, not very technical, but the precision and the accuracy he has that can break up a play. He's like Prime Ericsson, and I feel like that Brandt is going to be a very dangerous player for them tonight, linking up the play. It really depends on how Dortmund set up, but if they go for Adeyemi and Malen, you'll know that they've set up for the counter attack. If they go for Haller up front, then you know that they're going to want to go toe-to-toe with us and try and be the more aggressive side. So I look forward to this. Kimmich says that cheeky 2-0 to Man United winning. Can't wait to see it happen. I hope that happens, because I'd love to see Onana get a clean sheet, but I do really rate Dortmund. So that's why I've gone for a 2-1 victory for Manchester United. But honestly, everyone, thank you for watching. And obviously, we'll be making the match reaction at about 4 a.m. So if you are crazy enough to be up at that time, then I will see you then at 4 a.m. But yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good evening, guys. And thank you for being an amazing audience.